Chuck Santa Maria, I graduated in 1961.
Lee Mulvey, 1964.
Ted Becker, 64.
Doug Walters, 1965.
I was Judy Durrell. I am Judy Buckley from the class of 64.
Nancy Durrell, Parsons now, class of 67. Wendy Durrell, class of 72.
My name is Lou Purdy, spelled B-E-R-T-I. I graduated in 1969.
Jim Dunnigan, I graduated in 1969.
Mike Murphy, 76.
Dennis Dan Asher, I graduated in 77, 1970.
Hi, I'm Diane Mulvey. I graduated in the class of 1977 from Kenmore East.
Penny Adams Sipple, 78.
Ralph Curtelli, graduated in 1979.
My name is Tina Schmatz. My graduating year is 1987, although it doesn't look like it.
Tom Deal, graduated in 2001.
2002.
I'm Amanda Wolchinski, class of 2010.
Wrestling, and I also did track, shot put track.
Football, hockey, baseball, and track.
I was on the dance team and I was a varsity and JV cheerleader.
Did Alpha Gamma Phi fraternity count?
I was captain of the tennis team and captain of the volleyball team.
A rifle team. I was on the football team.
In the Ride the Donkey basketball game at school for charity, and I was on the soccer team, volleyball and softball.
He was in Knights, I was in GAM.
I was in the band and swimming.
Mr. Edward Blake, who's my AP Chem teacher, and also Mr. Ron Milligan, who is my history teacher.
What teachers stand out the most? Barb O'Brien, Art Cranston, Lou Reuter, of course, Ron Milligan. There's a ton of them.
What do I like about being a teacher at East? It's nice to come back to where I grew up and where I roamed these halls years ago, and now I get to come back and teach.
Mr. Caruana was my English teacher.
1985 was my first year. You know, there's just been a lot of very successful programs here, and obviously that's because, you know, you got a lot of great kids who are willing to do the extra stuff.
Skip Pine was my wrestling coach, and he's also my biology teacher. I liked him a lot.
Was Mrs. Roberts, my junior English teacher. Joan Roberts.
Coach Lou Reuter, he was our coach. He was also a social studies teacher.
Great camaraderie. Students are delightful. All good memories.
Lou Reuter.
Oh, certainly Mr. Reuter certainly stands out.
Probably my biggest mentor would be Mrs. Marino, who I had for Spanish all 3 years that I took it here. And she continued to mentor me when I student taught, and then with her, and then also when I got my first teaching job. So I want to give a shout out to her for all the inspiration.
Popular. Purple Rain was like the movie to see, and you had to know all the songs from it.
It sticks. It's amazing that some of those guys are still playing today, even though they're so old.
Back then, what music? Well, the Beatles ruled everything, and the Rolling Stones made a valiant attempt to dislodge them.
Disco was really big, although I was never a disco fan myself.
All the same music I still listen today, so I don't know.
It is, which is so sad probably, but...
Probably hip-hop was a big thing.
Mine was Footloose and Duran Duran and Madonna.
Great memories. Great memories of this game. We played right here on this field my senior year.
Our pep rallies were crazy, absolutely nuts. They were great.
Well, the dances were really awesome. We had really good bands. Homecoming was huge. Gold weekend was always against Kenmore West.
I do remember one thing. I remember them stealing, only for a moment, they didn't really steal it, the big Indian that was at this place called Fun and Games Park. It was near where Tops is now and Gander Mountain and all that. It was an amusement park. And there was this giant Indian there. And they actually
is the 60-foot Indian that we leaned up against the school as our senior prank. We borrowed it from the Fun and Games Park one night and brought it over here and leaned it up against the school just for some fun. That got some good reactions out of the faculty as they drove in the parking lot.
One of the things I remember about Kenmore East is when I was a freshman, the seniors did a prank where they stole a plastic cow from the dairy store, and they put it on the roof of the school.
During the winters, it's a lot of fun.
The night games at Niagara Falls, love the night games.
Beating Kenmore West my senior year.
But I remember the East-West games when I was in school. Packed. You couldn't even move.
Many memories, many friends.
High school is a great memory for me at Kenmore East.
Let me begin my remarks by saying that it was truly an honor to have served as principal of Kenmore East for 16 years. My timing was exceptionally lucky as I was hired by the Board of Education when Jack Halford was superintendent. He was a great role model and mentor to me. I learned early in my administrative career that the key to effective leadership is to include people in the decisions that would affect them, whether it was teachers, parents, students, or support staff members. The programs that were created by the group of people here at that time led Kenmore East to being designated a New York State and a National School of Excellence. But we simply built on the excellence that preceded my time there, as Kenmore East has always been a school of excellence with its outstanding, talented teachers who truly care about their students. There have always been incredibly hard-working students who were enthusiastic about their classes, but who were always so much fun and cared so deeply about their school. The same could be said for parents and the support staff who were just very special people who couldn't give enough of themselves to whatever was necessary. I was also fortunate to have worked with so many quality administrators at our school. For us, it was a work environment that was alive with hope that there was a way to reach every student who entered our doors. We had so much fun hiring so many new staff members over the years who were just getting married and starting their families. What beautiful children you helped to create. I also want to thank the Kenton District for its incredibly supportive educational environment. Their first priority has always been and will always be student learning. Regardless of the cost, if it would enhance a learning opportunity, it was provided. I'm also deeply grateful for the personal support that I have received after my diagnosis of Huntington's disease. I encourage you to consider joining us for a walk for Huntington's disease on Saturday, September 25th. I have so many memories that I will cherish forever, as well as many, many lifelong friends that I have made at Kenmore East. What an honor to have been a part of our wonderful school for as long as I was. Thank you so much for allowing me to address you tonight. I must congratulate everyone involved with this fantastic celebration. I'm absolutely confident that the next 50 years will bring even greater opportunities and enjoyment for everyone at Kenmore East. Thank you.